A very good afternoon. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshita. First up, the government war heats up again. This time, the governor has given a earful to Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. The Chief Minister was asked as to why legislator Mahadevappa spent huge funds on his house renovation. The governor also chided the Chief Minister over the issue of Minister Umashree's PhD. The governor asked the Chief Minister to ensure that the legislator's attention should be back in focus with regards to the concerns of the people for drinking water issues and the likes that the state was facing. He expressed his displeasure over the tours to foreign countries by the MLAs. These were some of the issues that he brought up and chided the Chief Minister for, besides which there were a slew of other issues as well. He also asked Siddaramaiah to handle the Cold War between the bureaucracy and the elected legislators. So, list of issues being brought up by Governor H.R. Bharadwaj. There he is, a man who is known to be very proper with regards to what he wants from the government, and it is quite clear that he is not satisfied with some of the issues that have been handled by the Chief Minister and his government. In fact, one of the issues that he brought up was the fact of the foreign junket, slamming the Chief Minister for going ahead and allowing MLAs to spend public money for the same. He also questioned Siddaramaiah with regards to why Mahadevappa was allowed to renovate his house using state money. Besides that, of course, he also pulled up the issue of Umashree's PhD that has caused controversy in the past. My colleague Nishita joins us with more information. Nishita, over to you. Take us through exactly what the governor said.
It looks like the governor is once again training his guns at the government. Let's not forget that earlier too had expressed his displeasure over the foreign junket that has been planned. Now this is the third foreign junket, and it did not go down too well with the people as well as the governor himself. Now once again we have Governor Bharadwaj, in fact, coming out and stating and lambasting legislator Mahadevappa for spending a huge amount on renovating his house. He's also gone on to question the Chief Minister as to why no action has been taken against his minister Umashree for allegedly tweaking rules for her to become eligible for a PhD degree. Now, this all comes in the backdrop of the governor raising his voice against the government over the MLA junket. Now, this is the third MLA junket after the Congress government came to power just last year. It's not even been a year. It's been close to a year, in fact, and we're already seeing 3 junkets despite severe opposition on a national level. And this has not gone down too well with the governor. And now he has criticized, let's not forget that earlier Anjaneya had renovated a room in the Vedanta Sauda according to Vastu compliant, to make it Vastu compliant. And now we have legislator Mahadevappa, who's reportedly done huge renovations to his official house using the taxpayers' money. So now the governor raising questions as to why the taxpayers' money is being used. It comes as a huge embarrassment to the Congress government. To Chief Minister Siddaramaiah almost makes it look like the Chief Minister has absolutely no control of his ministers and legislators who are continuing and doing their work according to their whims and fancies, not really making themselves answerable to the people. What is the reason that such a huge amount of taxpayers' money is being spent for, whether it is a junket, whether it is to renovate his official residence? What is the requirement for such amount of money to be spent when on one hand we have the farmers suffering, we have the price rise issue, we have the issues of adequate vegetables not being available in the market, we have the issue of the rain still not coming on time in Bengaluru. It is the end of April and Karnataka has still not witnessed rains. So it is we're looking at a huge issue that the government is looking at, but clearly the legislators have their mind occupied with the foreign junkets and the renovation. So the governor clearly going on to state that the legislature should focus on the development of the state, should focus on the concerns of the people with regards to the drinking water issue that the state is facing, instead of indulging in their own whims and fancies, instead of indulging in their own in their own holidays and junkets. The governor has also expressed his displeasure over the fact that these MLAs who have planned the foreign junket are oblivious to the kind of problems that the people in the state are facing and are instead using the hard-earned taxpayers' money to actually go on foreign tours. Now, this comes also in the backdrop of the fact that the last time around when a few of the MLAs did defy orders from various quarters, they did not pay any heed to the kind of opposition that their junket received and had gone ahead and gone to the junket to numerous countries. They had also filed a report, and the report absolutely did not justify their junket. Nowhere did it say as to how Karnataka will be benefited from this junket that is funded by the taxpayer himself. So clearly the people of the state angry, the governor too angry, and we are seeing a very, very silent chief minister, and this has given rise to an uncomfortable feeling between the chief minister as well as the governor now, Akshata.
Right, Nishita, stay with us. We'll come back to you there. But meanwhile, let's listen to what the chief minister had to say.
ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಟಸಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಟಸಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಭಾಳ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಮುಂಚಿತವಾದ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸಂಘ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು.
Well, that was the chief minister seen almost trying to go ahead and appease everyone and downplaying the entire incident, downplaying the meeting with the governor. Coming back to you, Nishita, considering that the governor has come down so heavily upon the chief minister, will we see the foreign junket actually being cancelled this time around?
We're looking at a possibility of that is what we can say, as there are murmurs doing the rounds that looking at the kind of opposition that the MLA junket is receiving, maybe the chief minister could shelve the idea. This even as elections across the country are still in progress. We have just completed 7 phases. We have 2 more phases left. So clearly the Congress probably does not want to take anything to chances. Last time around the MLA junket had become a national issue, had gone on to become an issue that was being debated on a national platform. So now it is being speculated that maybe the chief minister will rethink on the matter. Last time too, the chief minister had tried to cancel this junket, but still a few of the MLAs defied the chief minister's order and have gone ahead and went ahead with the junket and gave a very unsatisfactory explanation. So, but now it is being said that maybe the plans have run into rough weather. A meeting of the committee, which is headed by Congress MLA Tanveer said, is said to have ended abruptly just yesterday after the entire idea started attracting media attention in a very, very negative manner. It is also being said that the committee is preparing to place its proposal to tour Australia and New Zealand before the Assembly Speaker, who's Kanguru Timmappa. But at the same time, it could give rise to a whole lot of speculations that the Congress has not given enough concentration to the real issues of the state, but is instead funding its own MLAs to go on a junket. Now, if the Speaker gives clearance, the tour is likely to start after the 20th of May, which is after the results are out on the 16th of May. It is estimated to cost around 7 lakh rupees to each member, and a team of officials are also likely to accompany the legislators. So the 15-member assurance committee includes Siddunyama Gowda, Ishwara Khandre, M.K. Somashekar, Vijayananda Kashimpur, Duryodhana Aihole, U.B. Banakar, Arvind Chandrakant Ballad, H.C. Balakrishna, Mallikarjuna Khuba, Y.S.V. Datta and K.S. Puttanayadu have refrained from going on this junket. So 7 lakh rupees to this huge delegation is going to cost quite heavy amount to the state exchequer. So the Congress government rather thinking twice now before giving permission for this junket. Now, Akshata.
Right, Nishita, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. But the governor clearly not too happy with a bunch of issues and the way the chief minister and his government has handled the same. But he has come down rather harshly for the foreign junket that was only recently announced and made it very clear that he is not for the same. Now, will we see the foreign junket being cancelled? Well, that definitely is the hope, and hopefully the chief minister will see sense after the governor himself has intervened. And well, Sudeep's much-awaited flick Manikya has released a spectacular response in Bengaluru, but several fans were left disappointed as the movie did not release in quite a few theatres due to technical glitches. Sudeep, however, assured the fans that the issues will be fixed and they will be able to watch the movie. This is the kind of chaos that was witnessed in Chitradurga, as there was some sort of technical problem which led to the film not being screened. Of course, we know the kind of fanfare that Sudeep enjoys, but this is the negative side of the same. It is understood that this crowd had gathered inside the theatre hall. However, soon after, the movie could not be played, and hence they ended up creating chaos inside the theatre hall as well, and immediately after came out and vandalized the theatre property, ensured that they broke glasses, threw chairs around, turned over tables and the likes, and finally the cops arrived and managed to disperse the gathering. But as you can see, it was a chaos galore and quite a bit of violence also being witnessed as Sudeep fans lost control and expressed their anger over the fact that they could not watch their favourite actor in Manikya. And this is, of course, the theatre in Chitradurga, which faced the wrath of all those Sudeep fans. As you can see, the theatre hall itself, the chairs were pulled out, several chairs were pulled out, thrown around by the fans as they refused to leave the theatre hall. When they finally left, they also went on to create quite a bit of chaos outside as they destroyed property to ensure that they vented out their feelings. They were clearly disappointed by the fact that they could not watch the movie when they had all paid for the same and gathered at the theatre. But meanwhile, seeing that so much chaos was there, Sudeep himself assured the fans that the issues will be fixed and that they will be able to watch the movie. In fact, he visited Santosh Theatre on KG Road and appealed to fans and also asked them to keep calm and promised that they would get to watch the movie. And there was chaos not just in Chitradurga but here in the Santosh Theatre as well. But there could be some bad news for a couple of fans there, as it looks like this particular issue could take a couple of weeks to fix. And Sudeep calling for calm and promising all his fans that they will get to watch his blockbuster very soon. And let's listen to what Sudeep had to say about the problem.
ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಕೆಲವು ಊರುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಏನೋ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ಗಳದ್ದು ಗಲಾಟೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಥ್ರೂ TV9 ನನ್ನ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದು ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ ಕೆಲವು ಸೌಂಡಲ್ಲಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್ಸು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 2 ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಇದೆ ಈಗ. ಅದೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಆಗೋ ತನಕ ಅದು ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್, ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಇದ್ದೆ ಅದು.